Welcome to News from Midlands University, a program by Northwood University. I'm Kristen Stahauer, Academic Vice President and Provost at Northwood University, and we have a great show lined up for you today. In our episode, we will be joined by Cody Ellison, the coach of our World and National Championship esports teams, and Kate Hessling, our Director of Communications and Public Relations, and finally, our colleague Justin Marshall, Vice President of Advancement and Business Development, will be sharing information about a concert series. But first, we're going to be starting with Cody Ellison, who will share with us the celebration, really, of the championship of our team and taking a world title, and then a celebration of our right to vote with Kate Hessling, because we're hosting a forum for candidates to connect with voters of Midland, and we're bringing candidates from congressional races as well as Michigan State and House, Senate and House races. So we have quite a lineup there. First, we'll start with Cody Ellison. Welcome back from the World Championships, and congratulations on the success.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a great spring and summer for us, that's for sure.
Did you anticipate this kind of success when we started the program just a few years ago?
I think we all kind of expected us to be one of the top programs, but it definitely has evolved beyond our initial expectations for sure. But a lot of it has to do with we've been able to get a lot of students from around the country that find Northwood's offerings very attractive, and the business, and now the expansion into the cybersecurity and MIS and all that type of stuff. So, you know, it's helped quite a bit having that backup, if you will, to get students to come play for us here in Midland.
Yeah, there's a great overlap with our STEM programs, the science, technology, engineering, math programs that we have at Northwood to attract these phenomenal players. Could you run through some of the championships that the teams have won?
Yeah, so since the last time we've been here in April, we've won a National Championship, North American Championship, and a World Championship. Won the Call of Duty National Championship, Rocket League North American Championship, and then the Rocket League World Championship, most recently down in Dallas, Texas. So it's been pretty phenomenal. And going back a little bit to the fall, we have won 20 tournaments, 31 league and conference championships, and 4 national titles with the World Championship as well.
That's pretty incredible. And what was it like being in the World Championships, vying for that top spot? How did our players hold up? Obviously, they did extremely well.
Well, it was a little nerve-wracking at first because a lot of these players haven't been, in a stage. The event we were at had hundreds of thousands of people going through it while we were there. So definitely a little bit of a different feel that they're used to. But probably the coolest thing was for us to get to meet players from around the world that we've known of or we've played before online. From England, Germany, a lot of Canadian schools. That was probably the coolest thing for our kids, is meeting those players and having it all, being done in person. But yeah, it was fun. Once we got past the nerves, we only, our total game count, we won 17, we lost 2, we won every series, outscored the opponents 87-19 over the World Championship, and it was kind of smooth sailing, to be honest with you.
Wow. So take us back to the moment where you thought we could really do this.
We've kind of known all semester that we were the team to beat. Winning the World Championship completed basically what's called the Grand Slam, which is we won the Summer Championship, Fall Championship, Spring Championship, and then the World Championship. So we were definitely at the target on our back, but we kind of knew once we got past our nerves a little bit earlier than the other schools that we were had a pretty big advantage going into this, because a lot of our players are very experienced as well compared to these other schools. So kind of took advantage of that a little bit. A little bit of trash talk to get into the other schools' heads, back and forth. It's just kind of part of it. And it was a good overall experience. And we kind of knew from, honestly, the first game that we were going to be the team to beat.
That's phenomenal. And as Midlands University, this has really taken Northwood to the national and world stage. About how many viewers are there for these kinds of events and for our different competitions?
For the World Championship, it's sitting at about 2 million views from live views and then people watching the broadcast back. But overall, I think in the last 12 months we've had about 15.8 to 16 million views on our program across all titles and games, and it's just kind of what the generations has just evolved into become like a traditional sport to them, if you will, following the teams and the players and all that kind of stuff, just like they would in, the NFL, NBA, NHL. So it's evolving quite rapidly, and it's very exciting that we're, Northwood had the foresight to go into it very early.
Yeah. And if somebody is interested in learning more about our esports teams, could you give them the web pages that they could go to learn more?
Yeah, so if you visit esports.northwood.edu, you can fill out a contact form, and one of us will get back to you. We're still recruiting for the fall and the spring. I have scholarships available, so if you're interested, let me know. We have players from Midland High, Dow High, Bullet Creek, Meridian all on our team. So definitely always looking at local talent as well, and increasing those numbers.
And taking that local talent to a global stage.
Absolutely,
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you very much
and
for
please
having me.
pass along our appreciation to the team for all that they've accomplished.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and shifting gears, we're going to turn to Kate Hessling, our Director of Communications and Public Relations, to share with us information about an event that we're hosting on July 20th to showcase the candidates in the various races.
Thanks, Kristen. I'm so excited to be here, especially with Cody. I'm just in awe of all he does and his team and everything. You just make Northwood so proud, so thank you. But yes, everyone at campus is so excited for this evening with your candidates. It's July 20th. From what I understand, this is kind of its own sort of event on the campaign trail. We have had just amazing reactions from the campaigns. And they're excited to come to Northwood, and Northwood is excited to bring the community. As you said, we're Midland's University, and we really pride ourselves on that local connection. So we wanted to invite the community out in a way that they would benefit, especially, elections are so important every year. It doesn't matter if it's a midterm or a general or ahead of the primaries. So we're really excited to have this venue, and we're looking at a couple thousand people is the goal, really. We want this to be something that people celebrate and really benefit from, both from the candidate side of things as well as from the voter side of things. So.
Yeah, and this is a nonpartisan event, right, with Democrats and Republicans represented. And about how many candidates are we expecting?
Right. Okay. So we are going to feature 5 races, and it would be the races that affect Midland County. So there's two U.S. congressional seats, or races, if you will, as well as 3 state election candidates that we are going to feature. Like you said, we are nonpartisan, and we do pride ourselves on the fact that we've invited candidates from both parties. Really, everybody who's running has received an invitation, and we're making accommodations for those candidates who can't physically be here, especially our incumbent U.S. congressmen. Congress is in session that week, unfortunately, but we're working with their campaigns to have them participate virtually. And those races, sorry, I got off on a little tangent there. The races that we are featuring would be the 2nd and 8th U.S. House seats, and then the 34th and the 35th Senate seats for Michigan, as well as the 95th House race for Michigan, which the 95th House district currently is represented by Representative Glenn, who is term limited, I believe. She's running for Senate.
Okay, so that's what an array of candidates, and a great opportunity for citizens to learn more about where they stand on different issues. Could you tell us more about the venue?
Yes, Bennett Sports Center is home to Reitma Arena, as well as our Hawks Center.
Well,
so come one, come all. Yes, we're inviting the campaigns to bring, their campaign supporters, and we're inviting everyone from the Great Lakes Bay region, because these seats impact Genesee County, they impact Gladwin County, Bay County, Saginaw County. There's a lot of people who are going to be represented in this event. So,
any advice for people who'd like to attend the event?
Yes, please register in advance. We set up a website that has all the information for the who, what, where, why, when, as well as a link to register. We do have accommodations for preferred seating for the first 500 people who register. So please, if you want to come, please make a point to register. The website's a bit of a mouthful, so I believe that it will be displayed here on the screen. But that website is northwood.edu/aneveningwithyourcandidates, and that's hyphenated. So it's free, it's easy, and it guarantees you a spot in what's going to be a very hot event to catch before the primary election in August.
Well, Kate, that's really exciting. And as a political scientist myself, I'm thrilled that Northwood will be hosting this event and help our citizens make informed decisions as they exercise their very precious right to vote. So thanks for your leadership and vision on this.
Thank
we really
you.
appreciate it. And next we'll be going to a segment on our concert series, but first, a word from Northwood University.
We've never met, but we know you. You've got big plans for your career and your life.
Yes, I love it.
You're the overachiever, the go-getter with the entrepreneurial spirit.
This is such a cool idea. We could definitely.
You're also guided by this inner compass, your true north. Yeah, we know you. And maybe it's time for you to know us.
Welcome back to News from Midlands University, a program by Northwood University, and we're joined by my colleague, Vice President of Advancement and Business Development, Justin Marshall, who's going to share with us some information about a summer concert series on campus.
Absolutely. We are very excited, Kristen, to be announcing Northwood's first ever Freedom Concert Series right on campus. There will be 3 in the entire series, but we're going to have a kickoff event on July 19th. And this is just part of our commitment of being Midlands University. And we just heard from Cody about esports and how much attention that's bringing to the university, but it's also bringing attention to Midland as a community. When we were on ESPN and they were hosting our esports team and watching them compete, they were talking about this beautiful city that Northwood finds itself in. And with our evening with the candidates, it's just another commitment to us going out into the community, educating our friends and the citizens in this lovely area, and just being a good citizen. And we're really excited to bring this concert series. So a different approach, something a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more fun, but it's going to be at our John and Marjorie Homan Amphitheater. And for a lot of our viewers, I'm not sure they might know where that's at, but it's right in the middle of campus, what we call the heart of campus, just adjacent to the Mall Walk in Founders Garden. And people are going to love it for a small venue concert series. It's surrounded by mature woods, public art. There are hammocks in the area, plenty of space for young kids and old kids alike to run around and enjoy. So we're really excited for this series.
Well, that sounds wonderful. And last time, in our last episode, you joined us and spoke with us about the Mall Walk Improvement Project, and now we're inviting Midland to join us to celebrate that, as well as summertime with some great music and good food as well.
Absolutely.
What can they expect?
Well, they can expect the Coleman Road Band to be the first act of our 3-part concert series, so we're very excited to have them join us. They can also expect free cake. Free food, free non-alcoholic beverages. There will be yard games for kids and families. It's a family-friendly event. I want to stress that this is a concert that you can feel comfortable bringing your children to. They don't have to sit still. They can enjoy the music, but if you want to let them enjoy a little bit of freedom and stretch their legs, we've got plenty of trails. We've got the new Mall Walk Plaza space with the beautiful fountain that they can enjoy and maybe even cool off just a little bit if they're a little bit more bold. But it's going to be a great time. There'll also be what we call Tavern 59. And Tavern 59 is something that we've added to our home football games that we're expanding outward. We call it a beer garden. But we'll have people on hand for people who are of age to enjoy an adult beverage. Now, that, of course, would require someone to have cash or credit to be able to pay, and it will have to be a sectioned-off area. But again, if you are looking to enjoy an adult beverage, we'll have that opportunity for you as well.
And what kind of other food options will there be?
We will have 2 food trucks there, and we will have a young man by the name of Nate, 14 years old, an entrepreneur. He has a food truck or a food cart, and he will be there to be able to serve everyone. And he's really got a remarkable story, so I hope if people don't want to come out to the concert, they'll at least want to come out and support this young man. And he's someone that we hope we might attract to Northwood one day, where he might be able to learn how to franchise this food cart of his and make it a national or even global sensation one day.
Perfect setting for a young entrepreneur.
And he can also learn from one of our Northwood alumni who will be there with their own food truck. Sawadi food truck, they will be there, they'll be present, so there'll be options for people to enjoy. It's not just one type of food. There's plenty for everyone, and we have lots of space. So feel free, everyone, to be welcome, whether it's the City of Midland, City of Saginaw, Bay City, State of Michigan. If you're hearing this message, we want everyone to come out to our campus and enjoy.
We definitely do. And what else should they know in terms of the dates?
July 19th, as we've said, 6 p.m. is the start time. And again, we have plenty of parking. There will be signs to direct people through campus. And please bring lawn chairs or lawn blankets, however people will feel most comfortable. There will be plenty of room to spread out. And I just also want to remind people that August 23rd and September 20th, we will have our second and third concert series, so please save the date.
Okay, save those dates, and thank you for joining us, and we're really excited, and how appropriate that we're calling it the Freedom Concert Series. It's so aligned with Northwood's philosophy of freedom and exercising that freedom responsibly. So
Absolutely.
Thank you again for joining us, Justin. Yes, so thanks for joining us. This has truly been a celebration. Our students' success at the world and national level in esports, our candidate forum, so our citizens can be informed voters, and then also the Freedom Concert Series in July. So thanks for joining us, and join us next time for News from Midlands University, a program by Northwood University.